Back to normal. After a wonderful spirited display against Southampton Saturday, it's a defeat for Newcastle. 2-0 against Chelsea, a fair result. Fair result, we cannot complain. Bruce stuck with it. He was bold. He didn't resort back to five at the back like many suspected he will. I fear he may do that now on Sunday for Manchester United. But he stuck with it. But it's the same old, more of the same, negative kind of not getting out of our own half. It's a shame, but it's one of them. We've a horrendous record at Chelsea, so it was almost going to take something special to beat them. New manager bounce as well. They were by far the better team on the night, and 2-0 was a fair reflection. The first comment I'm drawn to straight away. I usually wait a while before I get to the comments, but should have started with Carroll rather than Gale. I 100% agree. The members no. Look at that join button down there. I do a predicted Bruce 11 versus my own. I thought today was a game for Andy Carroll. Look at what happened when he came on. In fact, I thought the three substitutes who came on all did well, and a lot better than what their replacements did. The guys who they replaced, ASM was terrible tonight. Absolutely terrible. Gale, he's not the answer. He's just not. It shows how desperate a situation is. Dwight Gale's a proven Championship player that can't quite cut it in the Premier League. I know he's not played for a while, but people thinking he's just a straight swap for Callum Wilson, it's not that simple, unfortunately. And Callum Wilson's going to prove his worth over the next 2 months. It's going to be a long 2 months. Hopefully, we're not in that bottom three, because we are looking behind our shoulders, and we're all going to have to be Burnley fans for the next 2 games. What an unsettling feeling that is. But let's go from the top. 4 at the back with Bruce. The return of Jamal Lascelles, cracking tackle on 15 minutes on Tammy Abraham, which unfortunately ended his night. Giroud was a lot more lively, but superb tackle. In the wars again tonight, proper no-nonsense centre-back. He did okay on his first game back. No one was fantastic tonight, let's put it that way. Kraft struggled, received no help in front of him from the midfield. I wanted to see Hayden shift across more like Kovacic was doing with Azpilicueta, with ASM on the first half. Kraft was having rings run round him with Alonso and Werner, who was obviously man of the match tonight. He was superb, and God bless him, didn't go to hospital with that ferocious cut lip he received. I mean, he really battled hard there after receiving a knockout blow from future heavyweight champion of the world, Jamal Lewis. Blood pouring from his bottom lip. I mean, you'll see worse. You'll see nicer injuries in a war zone. So wow, fair play to Werner. But he played well tonight. Let's face it, and he deserved his goal, unfortunately. But we are in a relegation scrap now, of course. ASM had one shining moment, and it was very minor. Ran rings around Azpilicueta after about 18, 19 minutes. And I thought, we'll have more of that. And that was when Chelsea cottoned onto it like that. Kovacic was going to help. Hudson-Odoi is actually looking like the real deal all of a sudden. And that was that nullified. ASM had an absolute stinker tonight. Absolute stinker. Dwight Gale on the right, does that work? No, not for me. Midfield, very narrow, which was another problem. Again, Chelsea, plenty of width, but as I referenced before, Kraft was having rings run around him because Hayden couldn't get across. Willock was quiet first half. I thought Willock was just getting into the game when he got taken off, actually. Cracking header and a good save for Kepa. Great management by Tuchel. Great time to play us. Put Kepa and Timo Werner back on. They'll get back into form against us. No problem. And look what happened. Kepa did make 2 good saves in the second half. One from John Joe on the free kick. And as I say, Willock's header. odd time to take him off, I thought, because he was just getting into the game. John Joe put some nice passes around, but no real killer passes. Miggy didn't do a lot. Fraser did okay when he came on. Joe Linton did okay when he came on. But it was a game for Andy Carroll for me. It really was. I don't know why. I mean, there will be games for Gale. Don't get me wrong, there will be, but I don't think tonight was that one. But let's have a look what yous are saying in the comments. Time to start. Carroll Gale ain't up for a battle. Where's the courage play? Dubravka. Yeah, a few people saying Darlow was a bit poor tonight for the goals. Possibly. I just think Dubravka. Look, we say this every week now. Carl Darlow has been immense all season, but Dubravka's the better goalkeeper, isn't he? Let's face it. Yeah, we've conceded the second most goals. Yeah, goal difference is like another point. So if you think about that, Fulham have gained another point on us because their goal difference is better. Whereas the Twitter account suspended, we should get it back this week. It got suspended because a German company put in a copyright against a GIF of Callum Wilson celebrating a goal, which has since been rescinded. So that should be back soon. Pathetic, I know. Toothless up front. What can you do? What can you do? Wilson, it's going to be a long 2 months. Completely agree with Ollie. Think the Wolves game coming up is a must win now. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the next. I mean, we've got no chance against Manchester United on Sunday, let's face it. We've got a horrendous record at Stamford Bridge. We've got an even worse record at Old Trafford. Yes, Steve, don't get me started. The Southampton Cup for the Prem, I think it's harsh. I think you did okay tonight. I don't think anyone was brilliant, but give Bruce 3 games. Well, this is the thing with Bruce, because if he'd have gone 5 at the back and we'd have lost 2-0, we'd have all been slagging him. But we've gone down with a whimper again. All right, we've kind of made a bit of a fist of it in the second half, but that's only because Chelsea left the foot off the gas. We never looked like scoring. We never looked like getting back into the game. Geordie Sancaster 5 at the back versus Man United. Yeah, I think he will. I think he will. I think Hayden will drop back into the back line. Jacob Murphy will come in right wing back. Right back's obviously another huge problem area. Yeah, so we could see a return for 5 at the back at Old Trafford. It would not surprise me at all. Is everyone worried yet? Fulham picked up a great win like we did at Everton the other week. They certainly look like they've got more ideas going forward than we do. It's a concerning time. Very concerning time. But like in the comments there, Wolves is our next chance. I mean, they got a good win the other day, so we don't want to see them back in form because on their day we know they're a cracking team. Yeah, Lascelles did fine today on his comeback from injury. He's not fully fit, but I think he did okay. Cracking tackle after 15 minutes in the wars. Proper rough and tough centre back. Conflicting views. Geordie Sancaster's not worried yet. Flip that. We're going down and never coming back up. So Jay always speaks sense. Was not expecting points from this or the next game. Yeah, I don't think many were. But what can you do? West Brom are playing better as well as Fulham, practically bottom of the league on the last 10 games. Yeah. Yes, Craig. But the thing is, it has been better lately outside of tonight. The only real disappointing result was that Crystal Palace game. Battled harder against Southampton. Great win at Everton. But what can you do? What can you do? But Martin loves plugging the old thumbs up there. Look at him go. Look at him go. But I think it is. Brighton are pulled away. Burnley are pulling away. I think it is a straight shootout now between us and Fulham. Spot on, Ollie. Spot on. But it's another disappointing night. We've gone down with a whimper again. Steve Bruce will say the same old rhetoric, the same old nonsense about dusting ourselves down. We go again on Sunday. Well, you know this. Well, you know that. So we're going to have to deal with the same boring shite that he spouts after every game, every defeat. It's just tiring and wearisome. But you get to air your views now on the Fan Reaction Show. Get yourself in with Johnny and Liam. They'll be starting in about 3 minutes' time. Then we're back for scoring the players. Then we're back for the last word later on tonight. Or if you don't want to dwell in the mire of defeat, I interviewed Alan Shearer yesterday. Go and watch that as well. Links in the description to donate to his fantastic charity. And what a prize you could win. But it's a deserved win for Chelsea. Where are the next points coming from Newcastle United? Your guess is as good as mine. Bruce out? Of course. Hit that like button for Bruce out. Absolutely. Stay tuned to Newcastle Fans TV. Fan Reaction Show coming up next.